Armageddon is coming to this park tonight.
A 6-foot fire-breathing demon and his 3 magical friends fight a phantom at the Six Flags Magical Mountain. Let's talk about Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a whole new video. That's right, it's time for a whole new video. Now, before we get started with that, as always, if you want to support this channel, head over to patreon.com. There you can get commentary with the videos early. Just hang out and talk and chat with the Junkman and more. Go to Patreon and support this channel. Or go to thatjunkman.com and buy a cool t-shirt like this Kenner t-shirt or this shirt that will transform you into Bruce Wayne, the Kenner action figure. Now, we got all that out of the way. What are we going to talk about? We're going to go back to 1978. Now, people might tell you that Star Wars The Holiday Special was the worst thing on television that year. But no, there was something worse. A lot worse.
You're looking for someone, but it's not Kiss.
Now, with the Star Wars Holiday Special, you can kind of see that they were going for a variety feel. You can kind of see what they were going for and kind of forgive them, being that that's what was big on television at the time. Although that's terrible, you kind of forgive them. But a few weeks before the Star Wars Holiday Special aired on CBS, NBC took their chance of making the worst thing on television ever. At this time in 1978, there was no musical act as big as Kiss. For me as a kid, one of the first albums I remember as a kid was, well, Urban Chipmunk. But not counting that one, it was my brother's copy of the Kiss album, Destroyer. I was probably only about 6 or 7, but I wore this record out. Not just then, but throughout the early 80s. I always went back to this record. One thing, it was the first album I heard that started off with someone getting into a car accident. It boggled my mind. On that classic album was probably Kiss's biggest hit singles. Shout It Out Loud, Detroit Rock City, and my personal favorite, Beth. I don't know why I was so obsessed with the song Beth and Peter Criss. I can remember one year for school, probably around 1978, 79, where we had the yearly school fair, where we all got to play little games and stuff out in the field. And one thing we got to do there is get our face painted like anything we wanted. And I got my face painted like the drummer from Kiss, Peter Criss. And I remember getting this makeup on, looking at it in the mirror, saying, oh my God, I am Peter Criss. It was amazing. And I was worried about how I was going to get through the night without taking a bath. I knew my parents was going to wash this stuff off my face, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't lose my Peter Criss makeup. I don't know why I connected with Peter Criss out of all the people in the Kiss band, but I did. He was my favorite. And by that night, the makeup was hardened and starting to really itch my face, so I couldn't wait till my mom got some lava soap and scrubbed it off my face. But we're not here to talk about my face rash. We're here to talk about Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. It aired on NBC a few days before Halloween. This plan for a Kiss movie was pitched to the band as a cross between the Beatles, Hard Day's Night, and Star Wars. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Junkman, it can't be that bad. I mean, you got to hear some good music, but how could it be so bad? Well, one, the Kiss band are great singers and great musicians, but they were not actors. And you can tell from the movie they didn't know how to act. In fact, they didn't even remember their lines for the film. A stagehand would just read a line to them, and they would repeat the line for the movie.
We've got to get out of here.
Leave it to me, Star Child. I'll bend these beams with my mind.
The production company did hire an acting coach, but as you can see from the movie, it didn't do any good. So what is this TV special about? Well, before we get into the plot, or try to get into the plot, let's look at the characters from the film. It stars Gene Simmons, the lead singer of Kiss. He plays himself, but they just refer to him as Demon. He has incredible strength and can breathe fire, like this. That special effects probably look better than the one on the TV show. For some reason, they added some kind of effect echo to his voice, so he's kind of hard to understand.
You're on your knives now, kiddies.
And then we have Paul Stanley as Star Child. His superpower is he could shoot a laser beam from the star on his eye. With this laser beam, he could read people's minds and see stuff far away. What a power.
He's convinced you did it. But the investigation's a stroke. He just wants the guy off his back.
And then we have Ace Frehley playing Space Ace. He also could shoot lasers, but best of all, he could teleport himself by giving a thumbs up.
Ace!
And Peter Criss rounds off the hero. He played Catman, who had the greatest power of all. He could leap really high. It's going to be a hard video to get through. What about the Phantom of the Park himself? Well, that was played by Anthony Zerbe. Fans probably know this guy best from the Star Trek movie Insurrection.
In a short time, the only laughter in my park will be that of the gods. Even your precious talisman. You're looking well, Jean-Luc.
He played the evil scientist, Dr. Navarro, who created cybernetic creatures for the theme park Magic Mountain. This television movie was produced by Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, that Hanna-Barbera. You know, the one that made the Flintstones and the live-action Banana Splits. They even made Scooby-Doo. In a way, this television movie seems almost like a Scooby-Doo episode.
Looks like we made the wrong turn.
There doesn't appear to be any right ones.
Before writing the movie, the screenwriters met with each of the members of Kiss to try to get a feel of their character. Well, guitarist Ace Frehley was hard to get along with, and all he said during their meeting with the screenwriters was ack. So that's what they wrote him saying throughout the movie. This upset Ace Frehley, who wanted more lines. For some reason, I don't know why he couldn't act, but he wanted more lines. So he threatened to leave the project, so the script was rewritten to give him a few more lines of dialogue.
And they've got guns.
As for Peter Criss, his dialogue was overdubbed throughout the whole movie. That's how bad his dialogue was. They couldn't even use it. So when you watch this, you really don't hear Peter Criss. You hear Michael Bell. Who is Michael Bell? Well, you might know him best as the voice of Duke from the G.I. Joe cartoon.
We don't work with a second act, Devereaux. Besides, Armageddon is a lame group.
Strip. Selena said it would interrupt control.
And if that wasn't bad enough, guitarist Ace Frehley was replaced during the film. After having an argument with the director, he walked off. So instead of wasting a whole day, what did they do? They put the Kiss makeup on his stunt double to play those scenes. The problem with this is his stunt double was an African-American male. And you can tell it's not Ace Frehley. Now, I was going to sit here and talk about the plot, but I really couldn't remember it, and I tried to read what the plot was about, and it still really didn't make any sense to me. It revolves around Kiss, who's having a concert at Magic Mountain, using their superpowers, the evil scientists, in order to save the theme park. I guess that's the best way I can describe the plot.
All that I will. Let me show you.
What about our music?
All taken care of. Only your lyrics have been slightly altered.
In what way?
My way. Armageddon is coming to this park tonight.
I mean, this thing is so bad. Everything about this is so bad. When it aired on NBC, the person that narrated the Coming Up Next on the NBC Special Night movie couldn't even get Gene Simmons' name right.
Starring Gene Simons and Peter Criss.
Now, if you're a Kiss fan and you've never seen this, I find that hard to believe, but if you're a Kiss fan and you've never seen Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, check it out. If you can sit through it all. I don't think I've told you just how horrible this thing is. This is so bad that you weren't even allowed to mention it around the Kiss members for a few years after its release. They didn't want band members or anyone to even mention it. Anyway, with all the talking the last couple of days about the Star Wars Holiday Special and how awful it is, I feel that this gets overlooked. To me, it's the worst thing probably ever made for television. Well, second worst.
Bazinga.
If you have seen this, please let me know in the comments below. What did you think about Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park? If you've never seen it, go track down a copy. Then come back and let me know what you think. Anyway, if you like this video, please thumb up so I know you like my content, and please subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you for watching. I'll be back very soon with a whole new video.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.